Hi guys, Janique here with Gutsy Health, Gutsy Mom. Let's talk about MTHFR gene mutations and bone disorders like scoliosis and Marfan syndrome and all those fun kind of skeletal or skeletal, as they say here in America, all those fun skeletal disorders that we are seeing in our society today. So if you have scoliosis, if your spouse has scoliosis, if your children seem like they are developing bad posture and scoliosis, you probably want to listen up and hear what I have to say about MTHFR mutations and conversion of methionine to homocysteine, okay? So a quick recap, what is an MTHFR gene mutation? It is when your body is incapable of converting certain amino acids from homocysteine back into amino acids. It's an extremely complex thing. I give an entire 1.5 hour lecture on it that you can actually watch online. So we're not going to go into the details, but basically it's part of a mechanism in your body that helps to convert things to and from, okay? So when we have a breakdown of that conversion, we're going to have elevated things in our body that are not good for our tissues. What do I mean by that? Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. So you eat methionine, which is an amino acid. It goes into your stomach, your hydrochloric acid breaks it down, you absorb it into your intestines, and it converts. And it converts from methionine to a bunch of other things like cysteine or homocysteine to cysteine, back to homocysteine, back to methionine. But what happens when you eat the methionine and it gets stuck at homocysteine, and then because you don't have a sufficient methylation process, you can't convert it back, right? Your body has this genetic mutation that has a very sluggish methylation process. So we're eating methionine and it's converting to homocysteine and it's not converting back. So we're getting these elevated amounts of homocysteine in our bloodstream. What does that mean? Well, homocysteine is actually very sticky. It's a sticky molecule. If it sticks to neurotissue, blood vessels, bones, the cornea in your eye, it's going to create issues. So for instance, we're not going to talk about neurotissue, we're going to talk about bone tissue, right? In neurotissue, it can cause apoptosis of your neurons and cause all sorts of neurological disorders, as well as developmental delays. In your blood vessels, it can cause ischemia, high blood pressure, heart attacks. I mean, the list goes on. In your bones, we get the deformities, we get the scoliosis, we get Marfan syndrome, we get EDS, we get pectus excavatum, and then for the eyes, it can cause all sorts of eye damage. But let's go back to the bones. So we have these higher levels of homocysteine. They go into your bloodstream, they get into your bones, and they stick to fibrillin, okay? Fibrillin is like the scaffolding of your bones. If it sticks to the fibrillin, it's going to start making all kinds of issues, growth issues. So instead of having these nice, strong, straight bones, we're now getting these curved bones, right? It inhibits the integrity of your bones. It causes growth issues. So all of these deformities that people are getting. It inhibits your spine to grow properly and have like a strong structure. So, like I said, Marfan syndrome, scoliosis, pectus, all of those things. The homocysteine sticks to that fibrillin and then creates all of these sticky, not structurally incredible structures, okay? Now how do we fix this? So, if you suspect you or your child has this issue developing, it's really easy. You just have to have a diet rich with B12, B6, folate, betaine, and cysteine. Okay, now if you're like, well, where the heck do I get that from and my child doesn't eat those foods? So Clear Labs makes this incredible product. Oh my gosh. It is called Methyl Balance, okay? So if you suspect MTHFR gene mutation, if you suspect that your child is developing scoliosis, especially from the ages of like 8 on, because that's when you start seeing it. And when they go through their growth spurt at around like 10, 11, 12, They need to be taking this. They need to be taking this, I don't want to say all day, every day, just one a day, because it's really high levels of our B vitamins, but it also has the betaine in it. The only thing you're missing is the cysteine. I don't think it has the cysteine in here. Let me double check. But nutritionally, what you can do is eat meat, eggs, leafy greens, fish. Let's see, what else? More leafy greens. But really, if you suspect MTHFR gene mutation, you want to get methyl balance, okay? Start your kids on that. If you have really young kids, you guys, there is a product, I wonder if I have it here, by Standard Process. It's a chewable, and it is called Catalan Chewable. I give that to my daughter Satori because I know she has MTHFR gene mutations, so, and hers are pretty severe. So I've been monitoring her like a hawk, but she takes 3 to 5 Catalan every single day because it's that important for her. Organ supplements, you guys. If you, let me show you this real fast. This organ complex, you can order this through my link in my bio. This organ complex, everyone should be taking this. Your children should be swallowing this if they can swallow pills. Maybe even break it up and put it in your children's food, like your baby's food. Put it in their mashed potatoes or something like that, or mashed peas. But they need to be getting this organ complex, okay, for those B vitamins. So just to recap, methyl balance from Clear Labs. Everyone should be taking this under the sun. And then for little kids, the Catalan Chewables from Standard Process. Let me know if you have questions about these products. Let me know if you have questions about MTHFR. It's a really complex process in the body, so I'm sorry I couldn't get into too much detail, but hopefully that explains and helps give you guys some information on how to feel empowered when it comes to all of these structural abnormalities within yourself and your children. So until next time, yeah, send me your questions and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.